Welcome back. And one of the followers on my YouTube channel was impressed by my last video where I converted, or at least I got ChatGPT to convert from a MATLAB program onto into Python, having accepted that I wasn't any kind of Python expert, certainly when it came to the high level stuff in Python. Of course, most of us can do the lower level stuff, but when it came to matrix manipulation and stuff, really didn't know anything about that at all. But he said he took comfort in the fact that it wasn't writing it from scratch, that I was putting in my sort of intellect into it, and it was just converting it, and that maybe humans are still needed. So I thought, well, let's go a step further and assume I know almost nothing about Python at all, and let's do the sort of thing that maybe if you were a first year student at a university and you were learning Python, you might have to do as some kind of assignment, which would be write a software for a calculator. I mean, even though I can use Python, I've never used a GUI thing in terms of buttons and displays and so on. Absolutely no idea about how to do that. And so I just asked this question: write an interactive GUI-based program in Python, graphical user interface, that is a numerical calculator. It should have all the usual arithmetic operations and include buttons to press and display and a display. It should also be able to, that should be handle, but it knew it was a typo, handle basic trig functions such as sine, cos, tan, 1 upon x and x squared, and also square root. Of course, I could put anything I liked in there, but I thought, well, that's the main ones, for a very, very basic scientific calculator. So off it goes, and this is the free version of ChatGPT, by the way. It's not the new one. And it goes through and with that it's got a reference, build a calculator. So it's read that from the web somewhere. And it's going through various things. Then number 2, it's looked at www.geeks4geeks, and it's looked at this page, simple calculator, GUI calculator, using tkinter. I'm not sure what that is, some kind of library, obviously, that it's using. But I mean, yeah, of course, I could have done that myself, searched for it and copied something. But remember, this is giving me the actual code. I mean, some sites, of course, give you the code, you download it and run it. And here's other ones. I mean, calculator, of course, is a fairly, basic thing to make when you're learning to program. But it churned the code out literally in less than 5 seconds, basically. I mean, out this came. And it says from PTQT6, which presumably is a library. I'd never heard of it. Some widgets import this stuff. And it's created a class called calculator. And this is a procedure function, I think, within it. Because it's got def there, I knew that much. I'm not familiar with this about grid layout for buttons or any of this stuff. So it's done it for me. Equal and the clear buttons, so on. And then it goes on and it says you're going to need the tkinter library. And I said, oh, that's fair enough. There it is, a whole load of stuff. I said, fair enough. Why don't you put the whole program together in a complete listing of Python? I don't want bits and pieces. I want the whole thing. So it off it went, and it produced me the complete code, which is here, which I just copied. It's not. I think that's it. Yeah, not very big. So I copied it and I pasted it into PyCharm over here, which is the environment I'm using. You can see this. I don't know if there's any better way to change the background color. Black is probably good for me. I'm not sure if it's good for white on black. A lot of people using that. There must be a way could ask ChatGPT how to change it so I get a different color. But anyway, there's my program. And when I first ran it, it came up and said it didn't know what this PYQT6 thing was. But basically, I just loaded it in. This of course is the PyCharm, not ChatGPT. And it's when it sees something like this, you just need to say load it in, and off you go. So it loaded it in, and I was expecting to get a whole load of errors or something. But let's run it and see what I got. The whole procedure didn't take me more than 5 minutes. Look, a calculator. 5. Let's put a star there. I see for times 6 equals 30. Square root of let's clear that. So let's do the square root of 64. And it doesn't put doesn't put the second bracket, so I wonder if that's going to work. Yeah, it doesn't like that. So it's got an error there. Let's clear it. 19. I wonder. I can't type in another bracket, so it's clearly got one error there, which is fair enough. See if it does divide. 8 divided by 4 should be 2, of course. 2. Let's take. I don't know whether that's. I didn't specify degrees or radians. So say sine of 90 degrees would be. It'd probably do radians, I would imagine. So let's do sine of. And I imagine it's going to have the same problem here with it when it hasn't got a 0 in it, has it? So I can't put sine of 90. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. It's pretty damn good. So I'm going to go back to ChatGPT and I'm going to say your program, your listing does not include the number 0. Please include a button for that, for 0. That is 0 numeric. And then I'm going to say also your program does not close the brackets and evaluating trig expression. That is to say, it works out sine 9, but with no closing bracket. Please fix this. Also give an extra button so that the trig functions can switch from degrees, let's say by default, to radians. List complete altered program. Not even an apology, of course, that I got it wrong. You just take a little second to do. And so there's my question, and there's it's added some stuff. Might give a better explanation at the end. I don't know what all that's about. Certainly, here is a complete altered program that includes a button 0, closes the brackets, and evaluating trig functions. So let's go and see if it works. I'm not even going to look at it. Let's just take this out. I have to say it's pretty damn good for a first go though. Control V. Let's just run it. Oh, there's 0 now. So 10 divided by 3 equals 3.33. So let's put the 0 in. Let's try sine of 90 degrees. That hasn't put the closing bracket in. Okay, it's interesting because let's see if everything else works. I'll cancel that. It would be 6, and then the reciprocal doesn't work either. See, cos doesn't have a closing bracket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask it again. I'm going to change it. Okay, the above program does still not include a closing bracket around the trig functions. For example, it enters sine 9 0 instead of sine 90. And so I'm going to give it a bit of help there. I'm going to say so please include 2 buttons which are for that and that. Oh, for the left bracket, I might not know what that means, left bracket and right bracket. Also, reciprocal 1 over x does not work properly. Needs fixing. Relist incomplete program. Here we go again. Of course, imagine if we could do this for hardware as well. You know, we could design circuitry this way as well. I guess FPGAs maybe in the future, and then burn them on to create the gates later, as we do with FPGAs. Going straight from thought straight into hardware. So it normally gives the apology right at the end. So certainly, here's the altered program, includes buttons, the left and right bracket. Also with the issue, fixes the issue with 1 upon x. I should say to it, I should hope so, otherwise you're going to get fired. Run it. Here we go. Now where's the bracket? Oh, here's the brackets here. So let's see if it's done. Let's just try x squared. I bet that's not working. Yeah, so x squared isn't working either. I guess I could go on, but let's try sine again now. Sine of 90 degrees should be 1. Let's close the bracket for it. 0.89. I wonder. Well, I think. Oh, maybe I should I press degrees? I'm not quite sure at the moment how this is going to work. It's got a radian. Oh, so it's working in degrees at the moment. Let's try sine of 3.14. Oh, it's not going to decimal point, right? Never mind. But obviously I can go back and change things as required to get it better and better as an iterative process. I don't think that's going to be too much of a difficulty really to get it working. And if I really wanted to, of course, I could delve into the code itself and fix it myself. But as the saying goes, why have a dog and bark yourself? Thank you very much. Gives you a little bit of a idea of what's going on. See you next time. Bye bye.